you're done. Hello everybody, and hope you're doing well. Today on this Pondscape video, we are going to be showing you how to use Carnival Mirror with an aquaponic setup. This isn't so much a how-to as it is just showing you what we're doing, basically how we're doing it, and why we're doing it in the way we're doing it, and why we feel that it is beneficial to use Carnival Mirror to do it in this way. I also want to put out the little disclaimer that Carnival Mirror is not in any way, shape, or form paying us for this endorsement. We're not being compensated by them in any way, and Pondscape is putting out this endorsement of our own free will. Carnival Mirror is obviously much more economical than using regular actual mirrors because it has the same effect that you're going to need with aquaponics and hydroponics with, you know, the light for the plants and everything, but it's not heavy mirror, it's not difficult to put up, and actual regular flat mirror, glass mirror is also ungodly expensive. Whereas for the area that the Carnival Mirror covers, I'm a bit tired today, don't mind me, and I don't feel like editing all of my little verbal glitches out, so screw it. Anyway, for the area that it covers, it's very economical. And what we're doing is we're basically in the process of covering everything with it. The ceilings and all the walls. So that the entire room is reflective and bouncing light everywhere. Normally, like for example, if I were to have this set up but I didn't have any mirror anywhere, you're losing more than 50% of your light. Only some of the light is getting to the plants, but most of it is being lost. Now, plants in and of themselves, the leaves act as mirrors in a way in and of themselves. Like when cities such as Chicago plant trees everywhere, I mean, granted, it's common sense that if you stand under a tree, there is shade and it cools things off under the tree. But that's not all that trees do in that regard with heat and light. The tops of the trees also reflect the light. I mean, obviously they absorb some of it for photosynthesis for the tree, but they also reflect the light back in the other direction, and thus they are also reflecting heat back in the other direction as well. So that is a part of why cities like Chicago, not all cities unfortunately, but cities such as Chicago plant a lot of trees to cool off the city, because it's not simply just a matter of standing under it for shade, but it's also about reflecting light back in the opposite direction. Carnival Mirror, you can buy the stuff in all different sizes. We obviously get like the biggest size roll imaginable, and then, you know, we cut it into the pieces that we need for our uses. The online shopping cart is PayPal based, but you don't need to have a PayPal account in order to purchase with it. It'll support any major credit card, and of course, if you want to order by check, no problem. You know, just go on their website, which is carnivalmirror.com, and as I'm speaking, I'm going to be, you know, displaying, you know, all of this information, you know, on the video around me here, wherever it is I decide I'm going to put it. Carnivalmirror.com, and you know, give them a call by phone if you want to order with a check and arrange that, you know, with them, and the instructions are on the website as well. Obviously, they're going to wait for the check to clear before they ship anything out, so that's going to add some extra time into it, obviously. But there's a lot of people that are still paranoid about placing orders online and stuff, which, you know, if you know how to do it safely, you can do it just fine, it's no problem, but some people feel that they just don't know how to roll with that. and they prefer to do things more the old-fashioned way. So, you know, okay, you can roll like that. And when you send in the check, you know, with the envelope and everything, just have a piece of paper in there and make sure that you provide any shipping instructions, you know, that are necessary. Obviously, the address to ship it to, but if there's any special instructions like leave it on the back porch, or leave it here, or do this or do that, or make sure it goes to suite 3C, or whatever it is, you know what I mean? So you got to make sure you write all that out and, you know, include that when you mail your check, but, you know, give them a call first just so that they know to be expecting your check, and, you know, you can place the order by phone, and then, you know, they'll know that your check is on its way. So, alrighty. With all of that said, I'm gonna show you what we've done so far and why we've done it. Obviously, we're not finished doing it yet. As a matter of fact, I just received some more Carnival Mirror stuff, and I'm, you know, going to be adding more. So I'm going to do some before and after shots, obviously, here with this. But before I go that route, I just want to give you a brief little tour into the details of, you know, what we're doing and why we're doing it. On the walls and the ceilings, underneath the mirror, we have aluminum foil that we purchased online in bulk, and it's definitely much cheaper that way. Aluminum is an awesome insulator. And then we have plastic over that, so that, you know, it doesn't corrode away due to moisture and all that, because aluminum will turn into aluminum oxide over time, and it will crumble and it will go away. When putting up the aluminum as well as the plastic, hopefully you can see this, I tape it up, but it's not necessarily a complete seal all the way around. I do overlaps. Like, take for example this right here. I overlap the plastic, and where it overlaps, the air is allowed to flow freely. This is very, very important, because if you don't allow the air to flow freely, then you're going to have pockets of temperature differentiation in different spots. And where hot and cold collide, you already know what happens to your can of soda, your cold can of soda on a hot summer's day. You've got the condensation, the moisture that runs down the sides. So if you have pockets of differentiating temperature up, you know, in your ceiling and in your walls, then that moisture is going to do damage to the ceiling and the walls. It's going to rot out your ceiling and walls, and that would be very, very bad. You don't want to do that. So you need to make sure that you're not absolutely sealing every nook and cranny up with the tape. You need to make sure that the air can flow back and forth across underneath the whole ceiling, all the walls, everything. You need to make sure that there's airflow. Otherwise, you're going to have these pockets of moisture that build up that can do damage. Here you can see what we've got so far. You can see me right here. Hello. As you can see, the view of everything, just like, well, you know, because it's a Carnival Mirror, it's wavy. So it looks like you would expect a Carnival Mirror to look. It's not flat, but it doesn't need to be, because the plants don't need it flat. And as you can see, we're also putting, you know, lattice or trellis, whatever you want to refer to it as, on the walls with the mirror behind it. So that way, once we put in the indoor bog filter, which is still, you know, under construction in this corner, and you know, we're going to be releasing videos step by step for the construction of this. We already have one video released. You can check that on our YouTube channel. So obviously, you know, we're putting up this lattice and the Carnival Mirror behind it. The lattice allows the plants to grow up in it, because we've got a lot of different plants that get rather viney. You know, as a matter of fact, this is one of the more viney plants And the only reason it doesn't look viney at the moment is because when it grows out a long enough vine, it's the type of plant that I can clip it and then stick it in the water and it makes a new plant. Because we're not fully set up the way we need to be yet, I don't want the vines, you know, getting too long and making a big mess. Here is an example of one of the vines, though. We do have a little bit of vine structure going on there. You see that rope cord, you know, looking thing there? Well, that is one of the vine lengths for that type of plant. And, you know, that'll end up growing, you know, out of the system and into the trellis. And so, of course, for the spots that there is nothing growing there yet, the Carnival Mirror helps to reflect the light. As you can see in this video, hopefully you can definitely see the light glare that is coming off of the wall, and you can also see what I was talking about as far as plants reflecting things. And I just saw some movement up in here. So yes, there's one of our froggies. May as well just include him just for fun. Let's see if how well we can see him. You see him back there? He's hiding back there in the plants. There's one of our frogs. I don't know how well you can see, but he's definitely in there. So, yeah. So along all the walls and eventually the ceiling as well, we want to, you know, slowly over time erect all of this lattice, trellis, whatever you want to call it, everywhere, including on the ceiling, because we want to turn the pond room into a rainforest room, and it's going to look really cool. And I want to show you as best I can that this section here that I'm videoing on the ceiling, hopefully you can see the difference between the mirror and just, you know, the plastic that the mirror is going over. This section here is the plastic. Obviously, that section is the mirror. Even with just this one section here, most of the room on the ceiling, as you can see, it's still just the plastic. I don't have the mirror up in most spots of it yet. But as you can see, the mirror makes a really big difference. And you know, even with just this section here to the ceiling, that's all we've done so far on the ceiling, it makes a major, huge difference in the brightness of this room. And that is definitely the desired effect. And obviously we have, you know, smaller hydroponic, aquaponic, you know, systems, you know, in tanks and stuff, and we have the lighting. So I definitely want to get the mirror going over this so that you know, we can have more efficient amounts of light going, you know, to these plants so that they grow much better. I'm also because the plant's growing at the top, obviously they block the light going in the tank, and it's always a good thing to be able to actually see the fish, right? Although I apologize, the outside glass is a little I got a little bit of junk on it right now, and I didn't think to wipe that off before doing this video, so I apologize for that. But as you can hopefully see, we're messing with 5-watt LED lights on the back. I've got to add some more. I'm not sure how well you're going to be able to see this on the camera or not. I'm probably going to have to do another video with, you know, these lights shut down with just the LEDs going so that, you know, you can really see and get a good idea. But so far, it's really immensely helped the visibility in the tanks here. So, you know, between the LEDs and the full spectrum lighting and, you know, the mirror and the reflection off the plant leaves, you know, all of this is just a big help. I'm looking to turn this whole room into a full-blown ecosystem. So now, I'm going to try to take some video of myself putting up more of this. I'm working on the ceiling right now, you know, to add more to the ceiling. I'm going to try to, you know, because I got a tripod on this, so I'm going to try to set it up as best I can, and so that you're not sitting there bored out of your skull, because, you know, that's probably going to be like a 20-30 minute video if I left it in the normal frame rate. I'm going to do one of those, you know, super speed up effects. So, you know, you're going to, you know, be able to see me just lightning through it. So that's the kind of effect I'll use. So without further ado, here's that one. I definitely have more to go, and I've got more here that I could put up, but I'm going to take a break and also end this video upon that break, because I think I have enough up to show you, and I think you can see the difference, one would imagine. I would hope so anyway. I don't know how well the camera is picking any of this up. All I know is what I see in the little screen. But hopefully you can tell the difference between the way it was and the way it is. Physically here in person, I could tell that the tops of those tanks are way brighter. There's way more light up on top of these tanks now, getting to these plants, because we don't have all the light loss that we were having before. So hopefully you can see the difference just as well as I can. This is some really good stuff, so if you've got hydroponic and aquaponic needs of your own, please consider stopping at carnivalmirror.com and getting yourself some and test driving that. And also, we would really, really appreciate it if you would hit that nice little subscribe button and subscribe to our channel, if you don't mind, so that we can keep you updated on the progress of this, and you could see more awesome, wonderful fish videos, pond videos, nature videos, and, you know, all sorts of similar stuff like that. And, you know, keep up to date with what we're up to. Thank you all for watching. I hope you have found this to be inspiring, interesting, helpful, useful, etc. And that concludes this video. Have a good day, night, or whatever it is on your part of the planet. Catch you later.
There's no point in talking about Linux if I can't edit my videos in recorded Linux. I would say the Windows counterpart would be Sony Vegas Pro, and that's saying a lot. Caden Live.